What's up, guys? This is gonna be the second recording for tonight. Um, this is gonna be a tutorial on how to play Odor. So yeah, I'm laying down here. I'm all cozy and stuff. So I think it's like a perfect time to talk about the sloth, because the sloth likes to chill, and I like to chill. So we are like the perfect match. Anyways, Odor is a healer. He's this guy right here. I'm playing him, and Ulder is it's not like the average healer. His heal is continuous, and it's kind of like a lifesteal type of heals. When Ulder is healing a target, when you are doing damage to that target, the target take a portion of that damage as heals, and that's how it works in a sense. So because Uder is designed this way, he matches pretty well with melee characters like I would say Rook, people like Bako, and people like Freya and uh, and Crook as well. So we're gonna talk about Uder, and this here is a match with some pretty decent players. Honest Acher is like a Rook main. Uh, I mean, if he's not like he always like almost all the time I've seen, he always play a Rook. On the Prow is the guy that just played the Jumong in the previous match that I showed today. And Finger, Focus My Finger is Taya main as well. So we are gonna look at these guys, and I'm so sorry. Oh, there it is. All right, so I don't know. We shouldn't restart. This is like a long match. Anyways, Ulder is, I mean, he got like a decent EX ability. It kind of it can it's a big area. Like look at this. This is a huge AOE. And it can deflect attacks. Like so you toss an arrow or whatsoever, a boomerang from Tia onto this spear. It's gonna send it right back at her. His EA is really strong. You can use it as two orbs by denying the damage that is coming from the enemies. They have to use like AoE attacks to like secure that orb if they want to get it, or they have to jump onto it and stuff. But mostly, like you can really deny them in a sense. Like you can always stop them from getting the orb by using your EX. And also, Uther, he has Petrify as well, and he also got some decent amount of damage. So here I'm not trying to fight Tia. As I've said in most of my stream, Tia is kind of like a broken character. Um, I mean, not a lot of people play her, but like old players like these, like Focus My Finger is a pretty old player, and he been playing Freya for a long, I mean, Tia for a long time, and he know how broken she is. Anyways, I'm not gonna 1v1 the character that can just attack and just run around like Speedy Gonzalez. So as you guys can see, I'm being attacked by Rook, and I almost hit his counter there. I use my shield instead, tossing him away. And the cool thing about playing Ulder is that his attacks, I mean his heals are distance heals, like they are range, so you can stand anywhere and heal your allies. And the cool thing about it is that once you learn that you don't have to like space towards your ally to in order to heal them, you will learn how to play Order in a lot safer way. You'll be playing him in a lot safer way, which means that you won't die too fast, and you'll be a lot more useful to your allies. A lot of people who play Odor tend to space a lot, and Odor like that's like his only escape in a sense, his space. So when you are using it, you gotta use it very very wisely. I used to have a shield for space on Odor as his right. Like you space onto somebody and it gave them shield temporarily. I realized that that really isn't useful, honestly, because like that's like his only escape. So and the value you get out of it, like the shield amount that your allies get isn't that much at all, and it doesn't last long at all. So I stopped using it because of that. Anyways, as you guys can see, I'm tossing a shitload of damage out there, and Raken is doing his Raken stuff, and we're able to take these guys down one at a time. I'm just tossing stuff out there and getting that kill. So this right, if somebody attacked my shield and it hit it, I increase my healing output and my damage output by 30%. Um, like some of his right, you have to like try to memorize it because like they have like the effects is kind of like it's something that you have to like keep in mind. Like you have to remember. It's not. I don't know. It's really hard for you to play him properly without keeping in mind like how his rights, like what the procs and stuff like that. And as you guys can see right there, when do you use your arrow for Uther? When something like goes out of the out of like normality, like if something is going off, like if you have like a crook player that is like sticking onto you and like you don't know what to do, and you have your space and you don't really want to use your space just yet, you can always use your arrow on him before you use your space. Like before you use your space, you should also always make sure that like when you like after you use it, like you will be in a position where like nobody will be able to focus you for a long time until that stuff go off cooldown. And that means like using your arrow, using your shield and stuff like that before you space. Alright, so Eva here, she hit his counter and he was coming on to me like strongly, and I was like, man, this is crazy. But I'm in a safe spot. Like, look behind me. Like, there's a big space here. So I back out a little bit, and then I arrow him instead. And now he's petrified, and we can like focus fire onto him, doing a lot of damage onto him. He used all his counter, and because he's a smart player, he's a high level player, and he's like a rogue one trick. He's able to analyze this overall situation here and use his brain, his game sense, which was telling him to get away, right? A lot of role players who are new or a lot of role players who don't have game sense, after they use that counter and after they use that counter, they will end up like using that space to continue engaging just because they have a space and just because they have like an ability to use. Like just because you have an ability to use doesn't mean that you should continue to use it in the wrong way, right? So he's able to use his space to get out of the fight here and safely change his target in a sense. Sadly though, he continues to like attack Rakan, which as you guys can see here, we are both free and we are like in a diagonal line in a sense here, and we are supporting our Rakan, which is like a triangle here. As you guys can see, we are always making triangles, making diagonal lines, and stuff like that. That's game sense, guys. It's another level of gameplay that you will eventually like understand the longer you play these games and the more you listen to my advice and stuff like that. We're able to get those skills. I'm about to steal this orb here. As you guys can see, he's Udor is pretty decent at stealing orbs. And you got like insane damage. As you guys can see, I put my EX out there, reflecting those damage back to the tail. I tried to arrow her. She was a bit too far. And I'm giving my allies some life steal, tossing stuff around to slow her down. And we're able to focus her. Nowhere for her to go. And we're able to secure that kill there. Pretty decent gameplay here by my Eva. My Eva is not spacing into the enemies and like staying there for no reason. Like she's playing next to me, she's supporting me, pulling for me, and I can heal her and just trust that when I need her, she's gonna be close enough to get back and help me and stuff like that. So when you play a range character, like everybody, like whatever role you are playing, always like try to keep your team in mind and try to think about things that you should be doing in your team that kind of like suits your role in a sense. Uh, all right, so Rakin here was AFK for a little bit. Usually when people go AFK, that's when you lose a round and stuff like that. So I'm not really expecting us to win this round because our teammate was like pretty much I don't know beating his meat or something. I'm gonna use my R here, petrify the rook, and I'm gonna put in a little bit of damage because I know his counter is off and it's on cooldown and stuff. Eva here is taking a lot of damage. Uh, I try to petrify Rook. I hit his counter mistakenly. We're trying to secure that orb there, but they were able to body block it and take it off. Rakan is still going deep. He's going a lot deeper. And he's probably gonna stay there until he dies. Alright, so this is the problem of like being AFK. Like once you come off the bench, like of being AFK, like you feel like you have to like overcompensate for what you lacked, like what you've missed throughout a match, in a sense, and you tend to like overdo stuff. And in this case, Bracken was engaging, and he started to hard engage, and he misread the entire match, the situation that we were in. Rook was behind us here. He could have silenced Rook, and we could have all focused the Rook and killed him. But he didn't understand like what was going on because he came in late into the match, and his mind was all crowded and stuff. And I mean clouded, and he couldn't understand like by staying back here he would have lived and we could have like won this round. So now that he's dead, it's 2v3, and there's no way we can win this. We're going against Tia, Rook, and let's see how that goes. And especially Pestilence. Like Pestilence is really crazy in tight spots. We're able to secure that kill onto the Tia there just because she was super low. It's 2v2 now. We're doing some damage here. I put some EX down. It went uh, it went on cooldown before I got hit there. Anyways, they're gonna secure that orb. The more orbs they secure, the lesser our chances of winning gets. I passed behind here, use some EX on the Pestilence, and I space, and I mistakenly just spaced there and just wasted a chance of us winning that match. So, I mean, like, it's not just like me talking against the Rakan. Like, honestly, like personally, um, like I when I know like something won't work out, like even if it does, like I actually like still won't want it to like I don't know, like I won't like contribute like any of my energy into something if I know that it shouldn't work out or it wouldn't be able to work out and stuff like that. Like so when Rakan went AFK, like I just gave up on this round. Like even if we won that round, I would have felt nothing. And now that we're actually losing this round, I just feel nothing. Like I like I'm totally ready to lose this round, right? So yeah, so when you guys are like going AFK and like queuing and leaving your matches and stuff like that, like think about the effects that you have on your allies and stuff. And that's just my perspective, like especially in the state of this game right now. All right, Eva dies, big deal. So round three goes to them. Round four, we obviously won this match, so I mean, so Rakan is not AFK now. He's able to enter the match. We're able to form this perfect triangle, this lovely triangle that I really like. I don't know, say on 80 HD or whatever. Like I really like perfect gameplay, and I think I had like a little bit of a booner when I saw that triangle there. Um, Anyways, we are doing pretty well here. I put some EX down to block those projectiles from the Tia there. I'm healing my allies, giving them life steal. I dodge roll into the Rakan to quickly proc that rejuvenation or whatever you call it. And Tia is hard attacking, hardcore engaging on my back line here. And instead of me like tunnel visioning to heal my Rakan here, I back off to help my range DPS, putting some projectile down, tossing some stuff to help my Rakan continue engaging that pestilence there. I'll use my petrify on both of them. Both of them got petrify with tossing some insane damage into there. Rogue counter comes out, he cancelled it though. And Eva here is almost dead. She spaces out in time. I'm able to try to steal that orb. We unfortunately lost that orb because Rakan is a little bit too deep. He decided to backs out. He's coming back to us now. I'm gonna continue to heal my allies, putting those projectiles down, I mean those EX down to block those reflect those projectiles. Counters get hit. I petrify the rook, and he cancels the petrify, and he killed my ally there, and he misses damage here. Decent damage coming out from us here after I used that ultimate onto my Rakan there. Rakan's taking a lot of damage, and this is not gonna go well. It seems like it. We are taking a lot of damage. Rakan is gonna go down here. Alright, so we lost round 4. Misread the situation. Anyways, if Rakan hadn't like AFK, we would have actually kept in we would have stayed synchronized until the end of the match. We would have like storm rolled these guys, like we would have like swept them in a sense, like go 3-0. But since he went AFK, like it just ruined the overall like momentum that we had. So it's the final round here. I'm not saying like these guys are bad. Like I already like introduced all of these guys. They are all decent players, and I think I'm like the only gold player in this match. Like all of these guys are like diamonds and like champions and shit. So all right. So as you guys can see here, we are doing damage, and we are keeping that triangle. I'm not like able to pan my camera because like I'm lying down. I'm not using my mouse and stuff. But we are playing pretty well here. Tia is attacking Eva in the back line here. I got pulled back by the Rakan, and it's pretty decent decision in a sense. Attack coming out from the Rook here. It's gonna get cancelled out by the Eva suction thingy. And I decided to focus the healer here because I realized like we are being hard engaged, and Rook and Tia are pretty low. But as long as the healer is healthy, like they can continue to attack because he's gonna keep healing them. But if the healer is busy, then he cannot heal them, which allows us to do more damage to them, and and those damage are gonna be registered as true damage. If you guys don't know what true damage is, you can always ask in the comment. But basically, it's like when you do damage and you do enough damage to the point that the enemies cannot heal it without taking the orbs and stuff. So we're able to secure those kills, get that tier down. My allies are here. We're gonna try to steal this orb. Pestler is the last person alive. I try to ult him, but he was he lashed onto my ally. He was leeching on my ally, so we couldn't get him. Anyways, we got him though as the circle got closer. This is a lot of stuff here. doing commentary and to give some tips and stuff. But I hope you guys could have you guys had enough time to just see what I was doing, and you can always replay the video and stuff. And that's basically how you play Odor. And those guys were like diamond champion level. So yeah, I mean, if I'm like a gold player and I'm playing like that and I'm doing pretty well, if you're a grand champion or champion or diamond, you should probably be like able to like do even better. So take care as you will, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.
Mucho.